Welcome to my sewing room. My name is Christine and this is my channel, Christine Sews a Lot. Today I am bringing you a review of the Westcliff Dress by Friday Pattern Company, which just might be my favorite pattern company. The Westcliff Dress is a knit dress that requires the fabric with at least 25% stretch. I'm wearing my Westcliff today, and I sewed it using some fabric from my recent fabric haul, and I'll insert an iCard above in case you're interested in looking at my fabric haul. I recently bought several large pieces of fabric when Fabric.com had their 20% off site-wide sale. I love art gallery fabric, but when I need to buy a large piece of fabric for a dress, I love it even more when it's on sale. So I did buy a good bit of art gallery. What I'm wearing today was made in an art gallery knit. It is the Hazy Daisy Marine by Art Gallery Fabric. And I really do love both the colors and the pattern of this fabric. So on to the details of the pattern, and I've made some notes that I'll be looking down at. This pattern comes in a size range of extra small to 4X. The size range, the lower band is bust of 32, waist of 24, and hips of 34. The 4X range is a bust of 54, waist of 47, and hips of 57. Now my measurements fell across the extra large and the 1X size. There is some negative ease in the pattern, and since my measurements were straddling the two, really close between the two sizes, I went with the 1X. I made a straight 1X. The pattern also comes in a B cup or a D cup, and I used the D cup pattern. The pattern recommended for a size 1X 4 yards of fabric. I bought 3.5 yards of this art gallery fabric, but I knew I was not going to be making the maxi length dress. So I left off the ruffle on the bottom, and 3.5 yards was more than enough to sew the dress. I had about 24 inches of fabric left over after some careful cutting. And also I will note that my fabric was 58 inches wide. The reason I did not add the ruffle is, one, the aesthetic. I wanted some clean, simple lines. And two, I'm 5'4". Sometimes I feel like a maxi dress can wear me instead of me wearing the dress. I absolutely love how my dress turned out, and I'm going to insert a picture of some twirls in this dress. I feel like the length is perfect on me. I'm 5'4", and the dress hits a little bit below my knee, and that's where I prefer my dress to hit. So if you're taller, the pattern is drafted for someone who's 5'5". If you're taller and you want the dress to hit below the knee, you might need to add some length to the skirt. So I want to tell you a little bit about what I love about this dress and about the make process. There are a couple of things, well, a lot that I love about this dress, but let me talk about some of the details. I really like and appreciate this gathering at the yoke. I think it makes the dress more interesting and is a nice little pretty detail. The other thing that I truly appreciate is that it has a higher neckline. I find this dress would be super appropriate for work or church. I just got back from church. I was very comfortable wearing this dress. I didn't have to worry about any cleavage showing, and it's super comfortable. There's some sewing vloggers that have made adjustments to the dress in order to lower the neckline, and I could probably lower it a little bit, but I'm happy with where it is. I'm comfortable. I don't feel like it's pulling on my neck or choking me, and I'm liking the coverage. So when I make it again, and yes, I'm going to make this dress again, I will make it the exact same way. The only change I made to the pattern was when I cut out my belt, I cut out the two pieces, the width of the fabric. That way it gave me a little bit longer belt. I like to wrap the belt around twice before tying it off, and making it a little extra longer allow me to do that and have a neat tie. Now about the make, the sewing process. This dress is as easy to make as people have said. All the rumors are true. I cut out the pattern on Thursday night, and I thought, well, I'm just going to cut out the pattern and be ready to sew on Friday. Well, that went so quickly. I thought, well, let me just cut out my fabric. And I cut out my fabric, and I looked at my watch, and I still had some time. So I started on the bodice. I nearly completed the bodice before I knew what was happening. I hand basted the neckband, which is a tip I got from Karina from Lifting Pins and Needles. And I do this with all knit neckbands. It just gives you a much neater finish, and also it makes it quicker when you're either serging or sewing on the neckband to have it secured with the basting stitches. And to hand baste it, I find, especially when you're stretching a neckband to fit, it's quicker to do it by hand than to try to do it by machine. At least it is for me. I find that I can get it done more quickly and neatly by hand basting. So I did hand baste the neckband. So I had very little left to do on this dress. Friday, Charlie and I went to the beach. It was a perfect beach day here in the Gulf Coast area of Alabama. And so yesterday, I had a little bit of extra time, and I just finished the dress. I wanted to wear it to church today, and I got it done. I would say, I'm guessing because I just did bits and pieces as I had time with the dress, that you could probably sew this dress, if you're experienced sewist, in about 2 hours. And what a delight that is. The Friday Pattern Company. Why is it maybe my favorite pattern company? Couple of reasons. I really do love the look, the aesthetic, the design. I can see myself wearing those garments from the patterns, and I own, I think, most of them. The other thing is the instructions are so clear. It's easy to know what your next step is and how to do it. Very descriptive, very clear. And I think also the garments go together easily. I don't know how much of that is the instructions or how much is that is part of the design. Is they're designed to go together easily. I highly recommend this pattern, and there are going to be more in my life. I'm going to leave all the details below on the pattern, and also some links to other sewing vloggers who have sewn the Westcliff dress. Kristen from the Dahlia Society has a nice review. Liz at the Baker That Sew also has a review. So I'm going to link those below. If you'd enjoyed this video, I've included some links to other videos that I think you might like. And also, if you have not already subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you would hit the like button, subscribe, and more importantly, join me in the conversation below. I hope you have a joyful week and that you find the good in all things, especially sewing.